Well guys, and of course, what kind of trip to Rome would it be if we didn't visit world's smallest state? Can you guess what it is? That is right, the Vatican. So we're just walking up to the St. Peter's Basilica. This is a papal basilica, so this is the center of Catholic Christianity. This is where the Pope sits and does his mass. It's all out of here. Well, here we are. We're almost at Vatican. Not quite. What you see here is Rome and Italy, but behind that fence right there, that's where Vatican begins. The smallest state in the world, the Vatican. And that's of course where the Pope sits and been sitting for almost 1700 years. The church behind me is called St. Peter's Basilica, and this is actually an updated version of it. The original one was built by Constantine the Great that we talked about yesterday, the Constantine's Ark, and it stood there from 4th century until 16th century, until they decided to make it more grandeur, and they rebuilt it, and they did it in sort of Baroque and Renaissance style, and it's just so unique. This is it. This is the heart of Christianity, and of course it's called St. Peter's because Peter was sort of, as you can say, he was the first pope, right? So he was sort of one of the most famous disciple of Jesus Christ. He spread the gospel, and with him, this branch of Christianity started, and then every pope afterwards sort of took the branch from Peter and took the torch from Peter and passed it on to the next pope. So it's been sort of traced back to Saint Peter, and that's of course why this church is dedicated to Saint Peter. So here of course you can see the main building of the Basilica. It's actually a huge complex. Like, looking at it now, it's a huge space, and right there of course in the center is where Pope would greet the people. So we'll try to get up close and see if we can actually see the Pope today. But first, let's cross the border. Let's go to a different country. This is the easiest border crossing I've ever experienced. Let's see. So far, so good. All right. Well, here we are. We've made the checkpoint, and we are in the Holy Land of Vatican. It's so cool to realize that this is actually a different state. Wow. This place is absolutely massive, and you can already see people are piling in. I believe at 12 o'clock on Sunday, the Pope greets the crowds and blesses them. So I'm imagining that's why it's about 10 o'clock right now. So I'm imagining that's why people are, rushing in to get the seats. And I imagine that the seats that we're seeing here is where people will be sitting for the 12 o'clock greeting. But look at that. Wow. Really neat. We're almost there. Almost entering St. Peter's Basilica. And here on the walls you can see different stations of the cross. Very cool. Unfortunately, on Sundays, all the museums in Vatican are closed, so we won't get to see any of that. But you can go inside the churches, you can participate in the masses, so That's what we're gonna do. Check this out. So right above me, that is the balcony where you see the Pope emerge. This is where the new Pope waves his hand to the people. This is where the current Pope greets them. And so we're standing right beneath that. And then look at the view. Look at the view from here. So this is what the Pope would see. It would just be a little bit higher, obviously, up on the balcony, but right here in the center. So what he would see, millions, thousands of people gathered here. I can only imagine what the energy is like when everybody gathers here and you hear the cheers and how much history has passed through these streets right here and through this plaza. Just breathtaking. All right, well, now that you've seen the papal view, let's go inside the church itself. Oh my. Wow. Oh my God. Whoa. Oh my God. Wow. We are inside St. Peter's Basilica. Look at this. Wow. Oh my God, I've never seen a more beautiful church in my life. Wow, look at the ceilings. And the beautiful stone monuments, marble monuments on the walls. Wow, they're so grandiose. It looks like they're flying through the air. Wow. Oh my God. Look at this. Each dome has their own fresco set. This is quite interesting. Look at there we have obviously God the Father and Jesus Christ to his right hand. It's kind of interesting. Behind him there's what appears to be like a pyramid halo. I've never seen that before. It's quite interesting. Huh. Oh my God, guys, this is a real deal. This is truly breathtaking. Wow. You know, you just, I don't know if you can see it, but everything is so huge. All these columns are just so thick. You know, sometimes you could feel a little boxed in by these massive columns in some of the basilicas. But here, it's very unique. I've never seen this before. There's this grand hole in the center. There's so much space, you know, and then there's sort of thinner halls on the sides, but this main one is just beautiful. Look how huge this place is. Wow. You know, and it is no coincidence that this looks so magnificent, because all the greatest artists throughout Italy's history would be surely called here to do their art, paint some frescoes, or make a statue, or even just, you know, fashion the marble into artwork. So really what you see here is the greatest combination of art not in just Italy, but maybe anywhere in the world. Everything flows so well. Oh my God. These frescoes are just mesmerizing. There's so much detail, so much color everywhere. And when you look at any given point, your eyes just get lost. It's sort of hard to determine where to look. Everything is beautiful. And of course that would be, like I said before, to symbolize the grandeur and power and beauty of God himself, the creator himself, right? Oh my God, look at that. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh man. I've never seen anything like this. Wow. Truly amazed. Wow. Oh my goodness. And look at it. Oh my God. I think there's a mass currently happening so that you can see people are taking the part in the mass or right there. And then there's everything else is a space for tourists. Wow. Look at that altar. My goodness. Oh my God. This dome that you see here is almost as big as a Pantheon dome, but the creator, Raphael, made it just a half a meter smaller, and is said he did it out of respect for the dome and the Pantheon. Wow, guys. I am speechless. The beauty of this church is just breathtaking. And here, of course, you can see the papal crown sort of being brought by two angels. And obviously, you know, this is where the Pope would stand, and this is sort of represents the divinity of the papacy, and it stems right from God.
E se tutto quello che facciamo, la legge, i nostri comportamenti non sono l'eco di questo amore, smarriamo la capacità di riconoscere il volto di Dio, la presenza di Dio in mezzo a noi, e piomba la tristezza, il buio sull'esistenza.
So we just exited the Mass in St. Peter's Basilica, and look at this. You already see the crowds gathering in the square. Obviously, it is because the Pope is going to talk in about half an hour at 12 o'clock. We will see him probably on this stage, and if not, on that balcony. So definitely gonna stick around for that. But I gotta say, guys, that was so awesome. Out of all the cathedrals and basilicas that I've been to, hands down, this one wins for Catholic churches. And now you're hearing the voice of Pope Francis.
In fondo, tutti e tre hanno un aspetto comune che potremmo definire così: hanno l'inquietudine della mancanza, che ti manca la pecorella, che ti manca la moneta, che ti manca il figlio. La inquietudine della mancanza. E tutti e tre in questa parabola sono inquieti perché gli manca qualcosa. Tutti e tre, in fondo, se facessero un po' di calcoli, potrebbero starsene tranquilli. Al pastore manca una pecora, ma ne ha 99, perla. Alla donna una moneta, ma ne ha 39. Anche al padre ha un altro figlio obbediente a cui dedicarsi. Perché pensare a questo se n'è andato a fare una vita licenziosa? Invece nel loro cuore, del pastore, della donna e del padre, c'è l'inquietudine per quello che manca. La pecora, la moneta e il figlio che è andato via. Chi ama si preoccupa di chi manca, ha nostalgia di chi è assente, cerca chi è smarrito, attende chi si è allontanato, perché vuole che nessuno vada perduto, che nessuno vada perduto. Fratelli e sorelle, così è Dio. Non è tranquillo se ci allontaniamo da Lui, è addolorato, freme nell'intimo e si mette in movimento per venirci a cercare, finché ci riporta tra le sue braccia. Il Signore non calcola le perdite e i rischi, ha un cuore di padre e di madre, soffre per la mancanza dei figli amati. Ma perché soffre se questo figlio, un disgraziato, se n'è andato? Soffre. Dio soffre per la nostra distanza e quando ci smarriamo attende il nostro ritorno. Ricordiamoci, sempre Dio ci aspetta a braccia aperte, qualunque sia la situazione della vita in cui ci siamo perduti. Come dice un salmo, Egli non prende sonno, sempre veglia su di noi. Guardiamo ora a noi stessi e chiediamoci, noi imitiamo il Signore in questo? Abbiamo cioè l'inquietudine della mancanza? Abbiamo nostalgia perché è assente, perché si è allontanato dalla vita cristiana? Portiamo questa inquietudine interiore o più stiamo sereni e indisturbati tra di noi? In altre parole, chi manca nell'extracomunità ci manca davvero o facciamo finta e non tocca il cuore? Chi manca nella mia vita ci manca davvero? Oppure stiamo bene tra di noi, tranquilli, beati nei nostri gruppi? No, vado a un gruppo apostolico molto bravo, senza nutrire compassione per chi è lontano. Non si tratta solo di essere aperti agli altri. Il Vangelo, il pastore della parabola non ha detto ho già 99 pecore, chi me lo fa fare andare a cercare quella perduta, a perdere tempo? Invece è andato. Riflettiamo allora sulle nostre relazioni. Io prego per chi non crede, per chi è lontano, per chi è amareggiato. Noi attiriamo i distanti attraverso lo stile di Dio, questo stile di Dio che è vicinanza, compassione e tenerezza. Il Padre ci chiede di essere attenti ai figli che più gli mancano. Pensiamo a qualche persona che conosciamo, che sta accanto a noi, o che magari non ha mai sentito nessuno che le dica: sai, tu sei importante per Dio. No, per favore, io sono in situazione irregolare, io ho fatto questo brutto, quell'altro, tu sei importante per Dio, dirlo. Tu non lo cerchi, ma Lui ti cerca. Lasciamoci inquietare, che siamo uomini e donne di cuore inquieto. Lasciamoci inquietare da questi interrogativi e preghiamo la Madonna, Madre che non si stanca mai di cercare e di prendersi cura di noi, Suoi figli. Angelus Domini, nunciavit Mariae.
Et concepit Spiritus Sancto.
Ave Maria, grazia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ecce ancilla Domini.
Fiat mi secundum verbum tuum.
Ave Maria, grazia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre.
Et verbum caro factum est.
Et habitavit in nobis.
Ave Maria, grazia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ora pro nobis, Santa Dei Gentris.
Ut digni efficiamur promissionibus Christi.
Grazie a Tua, quae sumus Domine mentibus nostris infunde, ut qui angelo nunziante Christi Filii Tui incarnazione coniovibus, per passione meius et crucem, a resurrezione gloria perducamus, per Christum Dominum nostrum.
Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Pro fidelibus et fontis, requiem aeternam dona eis Domine,
Et in lux perpetua luce Deis.
requiescant in pace.
Amen.
Sit nomen Domini benedictum.
Ex hoc nunc et usque in saecula.
Aiutorium nostrum in nomine Domini.
Vi fecit caelum et terra.
Oh guys, what an experience. What a way to end our Italy trip. Pope Francis addressed the people in the square. We attended the Mass in St. Peter's. I'm speechless. I'm so happy I had a chance to be here and to experience this. The plane is in 2 hours, but it was definitely worth it. I still can't quite comprehend it. Papacy is probably one of the, I think it is the oldest continuous administration in the world as we know today. It used to be much more than just church. Not only was the Pope supposedly a direct descendant, spiritual descendant of Jesus Christ, but he also was basically the emperor of ancient Rome, the emperor of Roman Empire. Back in the Middle Ages, the Pope was the guy who controlled everything. The church was not just a religious thing, it was also a state-run administration of everything. So to be here in the heartland of Catholic Christendom, and in the Basilica that was, ordered to be built by great Constantine himself, in the city that before being Christian was the Roman Empire that ruled most of the modern world as they knew it back then. It is just fantastic, and to have Pope's blessings as we continue our travels is very, 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 very touching and very, very important to me. And I hope you had fun in our travel here. I hope we saw some things together, we explored some things together. It was intense few a week and a half. But I hope you had fun. And I'll see you in Kuala Lumpur. See you guys.